That is a big hunk of wood, and it is very hard wood, and I was able to pull on that little saw. Hey guys, how's everybody? I hope you're well. Everybody's having a great day. Something just a little different today. Probably be a short one. This is Justin's little 026. I've got it. It's ready to go home basically. Good running saw. I hadn't fired it up since my injury. She busted right off on like a third or fourth pull. Running like a champ. He is wanting to put a 24 on this saw, so that's what I'm going to do here today. I've got my Samira 24-inch bar, and I've got a brand new loop. Everyone took out a pack of Oregon LGX. I'm pretty sure that's the predecessor to EXL chain. I've ran on both. It doesn't seem to be quite as grabby as the EXL, or as aggressive, I guess. So I think it'll do good here and be a good test for the saw, but what I've got to do is I've got to actually locate a 7-pin 3/8 rim to fit this. I'm hoping it's just got a standard Oregon pattern on it. Because if it's one of the older Stihl ones, I'm just going to have to go look around and see what I can find. But some of these are a pain in the ass to find a rim for. Let me look around and see what I can come up with, and we'll be right back. Well guys, I didn't even notice it. I knew that thing looked awful big, but this thing had an 8-pin on it. I didn't even know that, so if it was pulling, you know, an 18 with an 8-pin, I mean, we are going 3.25 to 3/8. It ain't gonna make or break the deal. With the 7-pin 3/8 on this thing, it should handle the 24, I think, easily. But we'll just have to see, guys. What I actually had to do, and I need to order some of these things. It's about embarrassing, I guess, but I just got my old MS360 out and pulled the 3/8 7-pin off of it, and actually that 3.25 8-pin is actually larger in diameter than the 3/8 7-pin. I always kind of thought they was about the same size, but I had no idea this thing had an 8-pin on it and was pulling as hard as it was. I normally run a 7-pin on these saws. But that's where we're at. See if we can get that top back down in. Get our bar and chain on. Be ready to go find us something to cut on. Take our air hose to my bar and blow out the oil passages. Gosh, guys, that's a lot of bar for that little saw. If I was doing this and wanted the 24 on it, I would definitely spend a little bit of extra money and pick up a lightweight bar. I know they're stupid expensive, and this is labeled as a light and tough, but it's not even one of their lighter weight bars. There we go. Yeah, that little saw is just not carrying that very well at all. That's kind of the issue that I would have with it. If it doesn't want to balance out, it just, you know, it's like putting a big long bar on a Mac 1010. I know everybody does it. It just, in my opinion, I just can't stand how they're balanced out. Okay guys, so I ain't gonna lie, I had two different rim sprockets to fit that. They're both worn the hell out. Feels okay. I'm not gonna dog on the saw or anything. I'm just gonna, this wood here is more than it's gonna want to handle anyway, but you know, I'm just curious myself to see how one will handle a longer bar. Just give it a try. It may not like it at all. Guys, I'd say it's handling it pretty well. I'm not going to run it anymore with it set up. Like I said, the rim I put on it was just completely worn out. I need to order a bunch of those things, different sizes, but that is a big hunk of wood, and it is very hard wood, and I was able to pull on that little saw. Again, wasn't dogging on it, trying to see how fast I could make it go through it, just seeing if it would. And Justin, buddy, there you go. She'll pull a 24. So anyway, just a quick little video. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, get his rim back on it, and get it ready to go home. You guys have a great day.